and welcome back to Surrendered. It's my prayer that you have been keeping well. I'm so grateful to God that we are here doing this together. Thank you so much for sharing this video. Our idea is to impact one family, one person, one man, one woman, one worker, one employee at a time. Surrendered for you, if you're new, is about our lives, our relationships. I totally believe wherever you are in a relationship, at work, at home, you impact lives. And we also believe right here that when we surrender our lives to God through whatever He has given us, things work out because God is for us and is about our relationships. Well, we've been talking about the young wife. We've been talking about young love. We've been talking about some things that we can avoid when we are young in marriage, and they can set us free from, unnecessary anger. For the Young Wife series today, I want to talk to you about something that is very important. Be patient with yourself. Did you know that if you prayed to God to give you patience, He probably will not give you patience. He will expose you to a scenario that will require your patience. You will be passing through something that will test you to the maximum. Somebody says you don't know that you're a patient driver until you're behind the steering wheel. That's when you realize you're not as patient as you imagined. So is it in the marriage scenario as well. When you're young, I want you to remember, already you are a good wife. Already God has called you a good thing. Because your husband found you, he found a good thing. He obtained favor from God. So we are starting from that point, that you're a good thing. Don't doubt that. So what makes this good thing spoil something that is already so good? Patience. I want you to be patient with yourself. When you're a young wife, sometimes it is so hard to be patient in the process. And because you're coming from the courtship process, you're coming from dating, it's so nice and promises, you have gone through everything, and now here you are doing marriage. You want things to work out exactly as perfectly as they were working out in courtship. But here on the ground, things are totally different because you've never lived together. I sincerely hope you have not lived together before you got married anyway. Even if you had, here it's a lifetime. You're doing life together. The expectations outside there you had. You wake up and maybe your young husband is not doing exactly what you expected him to do in terms of he has prepared and you need to prepare like him. Maybe you're going out in the kitchen to make breakfast and he's coming and you need to leave at the same time. Patience is not really like proving to be inside of you. I want to encourage you to be patient with yourself. No marriage is perfect. Yours is not the first one to get into small bumps as you begin. It is the way of a marriage. You are a good person. You are a good wife. Your marriage is good. Spare yourself some trouble because of some things you will see when you lose your patience. For instance, if you're delayed and he happens to be the reason why you're delayed, just be patient. Things will work out. Talk about it. Maybe he doesn't keep time. Be patient with yourself. By and by, he will continue to keep time. By and by, you're going to realize there's some things, even you, there's some things that you cause him to go through because he has to be patient with yourself. Patience develops you into a stronger person. It makes you somebody who is lovable, someone who is amicable, someone who is able to handle difficult things. Be patient with yourself. Don't expect too much immediately. Something else, just care about your feelings after you have lost your patience. By the way, sometimes the person you have been impatient with is not feeling the pain and the anger and the discouragement that you will have after. Because when you're impatient, you're likely to say a few things. And then guess what? When you finish your conversation, that one where you lost your patience, the feelings after, you deal with them, not the person you have spoken to. Be patient with yourself. Care about yourself. Care about how you will deal the aftermath of impatience. You can be angry, but do not sin. Anger. We like to say, or you may like to say, I don't easily get angered. Let me promise you, there is nothing that tests your anger, the level of your anger, like your marriage. There is nothing that opens your eyes that you are prone to anger, like your marriage. When you're angry, what do? Watch what you say. You're allowed to get angry. but you are not allowed to do things in your anger that will cost your relationship. When you're angry, you will say things that sometimes you will not be able to take responsibility for. You can say things and you're unable actually to own them. If you're a young husband, if you're a husband, whether you're married young, yes, this could also be your video.